Yeah, like we said, preseason wrapped up. This is the next thing we'll cover. There were, as there are every year, there were some quarterback competitions. I think three major ones that I could think of. We had Carolina, where it was Baker and Sam Darnold. We had Pittsburgh, where it's between Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Mason Rudolph. And then we had the Seattle, Drew Lock, Geno Smith. So two of those three battles.
The least interesting one, that last one. Seattle is just rough all around, man. You're like, it doesn't really matter which one they pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tale of two shitty situations, from what it would seem. Although Geno did play good football for them situationally last year. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. So, first one, as we kind of expected, Baker won the starting job over Sam Darnold. And subsequently, in the final preseason game, Sam Darnold injured he got a high ankle sprain, dreaded high ankle sprain. We know all about that. And he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So Baker will be starting. He won the starting job anyway. It was announced before that game. But that lines him up to start week 1 against the Cleveland Browns, his former team, which might be one of the more interesting games of the season. And honestly, I'm going for the Panthers in that one because, they did that poor man dirty. I mean, you gotta cheer for Baker.
To respect the Browns a bit. They've always just been kind of a joke. And with Baker and then the last few seasons, all right, okay, Browns. Your name's still
Right.
really, really dumb, but I mean, with Commanders, how much can I talk? But I still think Commanders is better than Browns. I think pretty much any name in the NFL is better than that. But yeah, they definitely did him dirty.
You just don't like the Browns name, do you?
I mean, it's just not. I mean, they got just like a brown helmet, man. Come on, it's literally the worst logo team name in the entire NFL by far. What do they have? The dog pound thing they have? Isn't that the thing they have?
Yeah. The dog pound's pretty cool, but I don't know why
they got that at least. It doesn't make any sense though. None of it. It just does not make any sense. I'm sure there's some meaning behind the name I'm just unaware of, but
I'll have to ask Flynn more about it because he would probably.
Oh, is he a Browns fan?
Yeah, he's
Oh
from
God,
Ohio,
I hope
so
he doesn't watch this. Oh shit.
No, he probably will, but it's fine.
My bad, Flynn. But come on, it's true. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sure he does know it's true. He knows it's true better than anybody. He's been following it his whole life. He's lived a life of at least sports depression. Because then, he got LeBron James.
Him, man. I'm right there with him, dude.
Yeah,
Look at the team I like. I'm 31, and my entire life, other than the first year or two I was alive, the team has been pretty much garbage. So.
Well, the Washington Wizards didn't get LeBron James twice, and then he left twice. So, Cleveland still does have that as well, as all their football futility. But yeah, so we announced Baker, so that's going to be a huge headline for week 1. I'm excited to watch that game. Also,
I'm definitely with Baker on that game. I hope he wins that game.
I stand with Baker. I'm going to go get a sign and put it in my yard. Yeah.
I like the Browns colors. I stand with Baker, and I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we can get a shirt made. Maybe get
the Ukrainian
made.
Flag, but do it with
with
orange, different shades of orange.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. And then the other one, it wasn't Pittsburgh Steelers fans, so your starter has not been named. Mike Tomlin has said that he'll announce the starter when the time's right, which 13 days until the season opener. Who knows when he's going to make that move? But they've all looked pretty good at points. I think Kenny Pickett and Mason or Mitch Trubisky. I don't know why I said Mason because Mason Rudolph, but it's probably either going to be Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. They've looked the best, I would assume.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead and just try and start Kenny Pickett if they really think that he can handle it in an actual game. I wouldn't, because he has looked good. I've heard a lot of good things about him. The Steelers fans,
he's been really exceeding expectations, absolutely. And then the other one, obviously, is the Seattle Seahawks, who are in our division. So obviously, I've got pretty vested interest in that one, since we play them twice a year. But they ended up going with the guy that knew the offense a little bit better, Geno Smith. He's been Russell Wilson's backup for the last few seasons in Seattle, over Drew Lock, the guy that they acquired in the trade for Russell. So, I mean, I guess you could say not surprising, but I mean, neither one of those options was going to be super flashy anyway. I mean, going with the guy that knew the offense kind of makes sense.
I would agree with that for sure. I mean, Drew Lock is no
Yeah.
spectacular quarterback in any terms. So if I was them, I would think to do the same thing. It's like if we had Taylor Heineke and we get some other random backup in, and it's like, well, he's played a season, so like, and honestly, I know most fans really like to watch him. Maybe that's not the best example, but I know Geno Smith has a little bit of Russell Wilson in him, like the way he plays, somewhat. Not like Russell, but you know what I mean? Like similar play style.
And Geno started a lot of games. He used to be the Jets starter for a couple years. So, I mean, he does have starting experience.
He's got experience then, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He came in as a second-round pick. Yeah, so, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, he came in, I think, when Russell broke his finger last year. He started like 3 games, and he was 1-2. But he played really good in those games. I mean, you know, Seattle just didn't have the best team overall, obviously. But, yeah, it remains to be seen what happens. But, I mean, I'm certainly not scared of Geno Smith. I'm fine with that decision. I wasn't scared of Drew Lock either. I mean, I've seen Drew Lock have opportunities in the NFL, and he's fallen flat more often than not.
It'll be one team you won't hopefully have to worry about as much.
I mean, our division's tough enough, so fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
If we don't have to deal with the Seahawks,
one team goes
much,
like, you know, like
good.
4-13 now because there's 17 games, right?
Yeah, there's 17 games. Yeah,
I had to catch myself on that.
Pete's a sneaky, crafty motherfucker, though. I mean, I could see Pete, like, even in a bad season, trying to sneak out 6 or 7 wins. I mean, he's never had a worse season than 7-9 since he's been Seattle's head coach. Yeah.
But he's had Russell Wilson, like, most of it,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Like, or all of that time, I think, actually.
I'm
not sure, but I think it's been...
He might have had a different quarterback his rookie or his first season there.
His first season. But I know most of his career, he's always had Russell Wilson. That's one thing about those coaches that are regarded as really, really great coaches, but, like, they've always had really, really great quarterbacks at the same time. So you're like, well, are you a great coach, or is the player really just that good? Like,
right. And I think that was kind of the thing that you know, everybody questioned Bill about. And then, you know, it's like once Tom left, it's like, well, can Bill still win? And he had that one down year when he had Cam Newton as his quarterback. But Cam Newton wasn't designed to run Bill Belichick's offense. I think we both know that. I mean, Cam's Cam, but, you know.
But it shows you that it's the ability of the players that they have ultimately that really shows what it doesn't really even necessarily show how good the coach is. It's just if the player is good and they win, then the coach obviously looks good. Like, it's hard to, like, really differentiate, like, who's doing how much in those situations. You know, like, coaches get all this high regard. It's like, well, you coached Tom Brady your whole career, so.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you are right.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah. That certainly doesn't. Yeah. So he, Pete did have Matt Hasselbeck for 1 year.
Okay.
So that's what I thought. Geez. And then Russell came in the next year because Pete took over in 2010.
He was on the Redskins, right? Matt Hasselbeck?
Tim,
also?
His younger brother, Tim Hasselbeck.
Oh, that's right. It was Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's right.
Yeah.
I knew the name sounded familiar, though.
Yep. You're absolutely right, though. Timmy. Yeah. And so, okay, I think we covered that. When Pittsburgh names their starter, we will certainly announce that. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the Extra Point Show this week. If you did, make sure to give us a like and follow so you can get weekly content, and join us again next week.
Yep, we'll be back to cover the roster updates to see who the starting rosters are before Week 1 starts. Can't wait.
Hell yeah, we're getting close. Football's just, it's just right around the corner. Real football that actually matters.
Yep.
So
that matters.
We're going to get it. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everybody.